Megan invited Nigel and me down from Hillsborough to celebrate my birthday. It was then that I finally got the chance to meet Craig, and he was no longer just a dude. That day, Craig, Megs, Nigel, and I walked the very same paths that Megs and I walked as children. We reminisced on many woodland memories of our youth. Craig told us of Scandinaville, and we told him of our secret code. We had many parallel childhood traditions in the same significant places. I strangely began to feel as though Craig had always been there. I began searching through the archives of my mind to try to figure out if our lives had somehow crossed paths. Thanksgiving came, and I was invited to join the family for dinner. With Christmas came giggles, jokes, and silver bells. Many memories ensued. Eating pho, plant identification, serious discussions about dinosaurs. Racing around the Dollar Tree with glee, Dollar Tree Havoc as it became formally known. Megs and Craig planning a boulder mission to recover a very large rock for Kathy. Making Lego creations. Warm, nutritious, delicious, unexpected meals after a hard day's work. The day that Megan told me Mabel had chosen to follow Craig instead of her. Talking to cows. Tea rituals, thrifting, playing games, many, many more. Watching you both grow and learn more about yourselves. Megan changed. She now exuded a peace, happiness, and poise I had not seen before. Through all the past heartaches, toils, and grit, Megs had finally found someone who matched her creativity and bigger-than-life curiosity. She had finally found someone who truly loved and respected her, who had a drive for learning, who valued integrity, someone who loved nature as much as she did, someone who could keep up with her. She had found a soulmate. When the engagement trip arrived, Megan intuitively knew and prepared by getting a ring for Craig, so they would each give each other rings at the same time. If that's not a yes, I don't know what is. Megan, you've got a lot more on that first hunt than just mushrooms. Craig, we had to call you family. Winston Churchill said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts." Courage is something that you both have. To the bride and groom, may your marriage be filled with laughter, never-ending adventure, health, and longevity. I wish you all the very best.
These are some really amazing sisters here. They are pretty amazing, and I'm a little embarrassed to give my tiny little speech. You guys move me to tears, with your vows and with your speech making. It's very beautiful. You guys are very heartfelt. So I'm very glad that my buddy Craig is joining your family and you're joining our family. We're really happy to have you. So, hello, I'm Michelle. I am Craig's best man.
Damn straight.
I stood up with Craig along with his other best men. Really, we're all his best men. I'm Craig's newest best friend since I've only known him for about 6 years, and those other dudes have known him for 20 and 30 years. So one or more of us has stood by Craig's side through ups and downs and thick and not so thick. And, you know, I speak for all of us when I say that we're so proud and we're so happy that you found somebody to share your life with you. So we're incredibly thrilled because you are a perfect, absolutely perfect match. So Megan, I know you know this, but you have a very special and awesome man, and he will love you completely. He will trust you completely, and he will be completely faithful to you in body and spirit. And he'll go on adventures with you out into the woods. He'll carry the heavy rocks. So I don't know how many of you know very much about their adventures, but Craig is very into mushrooms. So, you know, the mushrooming trip that Megan first went on with us, you know, mushrooms is his thing. Well, rocks is Megan's thing. So after that first trip, Craig very quickly and readily agreed to go on a rock hounding trip. There wasn't any mushrooms involved, but he gladly agreed to go with us. And, you know, you could see from the very first moment that there were sparks, but also that, you know, they were very well matched. So they're both very passionate about nature. They're both incredibly eccentric and quirky and fun.
That's a nice way to say it.
Yes, it is. And, you know, they're both very unself-conscious when it comes to just doing what is the best thing and the right thing for them. So, Craig, I know you know how much of a treasure that Megan is, and I know that you value that she always allows you to let your guard down and let you be yourself. You know, you said so in your vows that that's kind of the biggest thing for you. And, you know, I'm so happy that you found that. She also loves you madly. She definitely enjoys, you know, just being eccentric and, you know, living life to the fullest and taking what you're given and making the best of it. So neither of you really could have a more perfect partner, even if you tried. Had you designed it, it wouldn't be possible to find a more perfect match. So I hope, and it's my wish for both of you, that you continue to seek purpose and fulfillment out of life, and that you learn and grow together, and that you always stop to pick the mushrooms and rocks. Cheers. And now for King. Oh wait, no, we have more speeches actually.
I want to hug.
I want to hug. I want to hug. Okay. She gets a hug too.
I love you.
All right.
Yeah.
So you know, I'm gonna do a speech.
Cool.
Evie, do you want to do your speech? And then Andy, I think you had one as well. Want to get up on butterscotch? If you want to stand on her, I could hold your hand. Okay.
I know Craig for 20 years. I love him with all my heart, and I hope he'll be a great man. So he's the greatest. And Megan, you're good. I love you too. You're so sweet, thank you.
20 years.
Megan's good.
Memorize the speech and everything.
You really can't top those two. I want to thank everybody for coming to Megan and Craig's special day. It's really important that everybody's here. Thank you all for coming. And thank everybody that helped out. It's a lot of hard work and a lot of people put it together, so thank you for doing that. When Megan asked me to walk her down the aisle, I was deeply moved, and I thought, there's no way. I don't have any kids of my own, and so that was never going to happen, and she made a dream come true, so that was great. I immediately tried to figure out what I needed to do in this position, in this role. And I came up on the internet and it said, the speech by the father that gives away the bride has to be, it's just a speech, but it's more endured than anything else. And I figured, I got this. They have long dissertations at work and nobody listens to it. So one of the things that, I've known Megan for about 5 years, and I got the chance to interview her when she came on to PenFed. And I thought, this is interesting young woman. She said she was a pianist, and she also said she was a small engine repair person. So I thought, this person is either, she's able to tell tall tales, or she's an amazing person. And we all know that she's a very amazing person. And we all know that when she found the right person, he would be just as amazing as she is. And Craig, you're an amazing guy. So what I'd like to say is, I'd like to actually raise our glasses and toast to their future happiness. May you laugh often, be prosperous, and have much good health. Congratulations.
Cheers.
No more enduring.
Right before we move on to the cake, which was what we're about to do, sorry, it came undone. I wasn't following the horse's wheel.
I'm not here to judge.
Before we do that, I want to take a really quick moment. I know you guys won't mind. To toast to Kathy. So Kathy, you know, is a really big part of why we're all here. And why we're all... Yeah, she made Craig. Those ovaries. No.